Today I'm making a video on how to take off this exhaust manifold, which is located right over here, and also the midsection pipe. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but we're going to be taking that off and go from there. To create some space, you're going to want to remove this and this over here. Part of my crooked finger, I got into a little scuffle when I was younger and I damaged it. From what I can see, there are about 4 bolts on this, I guess you can call it a heat shield or whatever. One here, one here, one here, one here. And then for the bottom one, I don't know how many there are, but when I get to it, I'll let you know how many there are. Actually, no. Top one has 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one right here in this corner. Try and get down in there. See if you can see it. That's the 5th one right there. So it's right below the alternator. Alright, so I'm basically under the car now. That's the rear back that way. Put some blocks behind it because I got stick shift, and I kind of lightened up the emergency brake because it was making this weird sound. I think it was too much tension on it, so I let go some of the tension, and I jacked up the car. And now I'm gonna like spray some WD-40 on this to help loosen up the bolts. Hopefully by the time I'm ready to take these off, they'll come right off. 1. Oh, what am I touching? 2. And then the 3rd one right there, 3. Okay, here we got the heat shield off, and we removed we already like loosened it with the oxygen sensor puller that you can rent basically from AutoZone for $31.80, and I already pre-loosened it off camera, and here it is. And you just unclamp it from there and shove that cord over to the side, and there you have your headers or exhaust manifold exposed. We removed this piece as well. That was the, I guess they call it the part of the air intake. It sat right here. It was screwed in here, and went over into there. We just pushed it back some, lifted it, pulled it out. Let me see if I can get right down in there. Right there is the hairline fracture, where it cracked. Where you see that line.
So you saw the crack?
Yeah. You're gonna want to also remove this coolant. What is this? Coolant refrigerant. I guess this is like a reservoir for overflow. You start by like unscrewing this bolt right here. I put it back in place so I don't lose it. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put this thing, but I guess I'll lean it off to the side here. Just gotta be careful. I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this. Oh, no, 1 hand, good. Yeah, and it's kind of like you slide it off of that bracket there in place. Should give me some more clearance so I can take off the alternator, because you can't get to that last bolt down in there. I don't know if you could see it. Well, I'll move this. There's the last bolt down in there that you need to get to. There's 5 of these that you got to take off. So all right, back to the video. Basically, I ended up finishing the project. It took me all the way into the night. We started around, I guess, 3:30 p.m. Didn't finish till like 2:30 a.m. at night. And this is me continuing off the video. The major hard parts was, let's see, getting these bolts off here. There's several of these. There's like 3 different separate metal pieces of heat shield. There's one right here. There's one down here, right underneath the oxygen sensor down there. Try and get it down in there. There's that one down there, and then there's the one on the opposite side of it. And for that oxygen sensor right there, and then there's another one underneath the car, you're gonna need that special oxygen socket or whatever to take it off. Be careful with the oxygen sensor because they're very sensitive. You don't want to damage the wires coming out of it. And then over here we had to take off all this electrical stuff here. This one here, had to take this whole little bracket piece off. Unscrew that, put that off to the side. Then we unscrewed this bolt right here, took that off. Then there's another bolt. I don't know if you can see down in there, it's dark. But there's another bolt down in there. It's a long ass bolt. Had to take that out. We took this piece off right here, unscrewed this, and then right off of the side here it slides out. Be careful because this hose here is attached to the bottom of this. Let me see if I can go up underneath the car. Oh, we also had to take off the wheel just to get to the, I guess you would call it the tensioner for the alternator, to loosen up this belt because the belt has to come off. Be careful not to take the belt all the way off. You just want to loosen it up so you can get the alternator off. We also had to take off this front right wheel just to get up under there. And there's like a cover up under there. I'm not going to go back up under there. And then on the car here, right here on the side here. See if I can get up under there. No, can't get up under there. But yeah, up under here, let me see, right about right there. That's where the mid pipe meets the back muffler. Yeah, that was a bit to get to. You're gonna need the right sockets for that. A lot of strength. And maybe even a heating torch to heat up those bolts so you can loosen them. So, I mean, it's not that hard if you have the right tools, help, and the time. Which I didn't have a lot of because I had the next day to go to work. But got it done so far. I just need to replace some of these bolts here. You can't see the ones that's loose. Well, there's one that I didn't replace yet. But got to buy some more of these because I lost some. So, and then a couple of them were damaged. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed the video.